What's up, nerds? It's Corey, and I'm pleased to announce we're giving away 2 codes for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice for PlayStation 4. One for our YouTube subscribers and one for our audio listeners. The rules are simple. For YouTube, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel, screenshot your subscription, and send it to ngrradiopodcast@gmail.com along with your name, PSN ID, and why you're a fan. For our audio listeners, we'd like you to go to whatever podcast service you listen to us on, preferably iTunes, but anything works. Rate us, comment on your rating and why you're a fan, then screenshot your review and rating, and email us at ngrradiopodcast@gmail.com. This contest is for new and existing fans, so get your entries in now. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is out March 22nd, so the winner will be announced on March 18th's live episode. Join us on youtube.com/ngrradio at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time if you want to find out who won or check the following week's podcast. Thank you so much for your support. Now on with the show.
I mean, I've only seen videos of that game at this point, and I already think it's running for best music of the year because that drum soundtrack, is really good.
Yeah, somebody compared that soundtrack to, what was that movie about
Birdman?
J.K. Simmons as the evil
Whiplash.
Yeah, Whiplash. They compared it to that.
That and I think Birdman is probably the more apropos comparison because it's all jazz. I didn't see Whiplash, so I don't know. Anybody else chime in? What are y'all playing?
I've been playing a lot of Mutant. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
I've been playing a lot of Mutant Year Zero, so I've put about 12 hours into that so far.
Nice.
Which, from what I'd heard, was going to be the whole game, but I've still got a couple more zones to go through. I like it, though. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's I've been a huge strategy fan since the early 90s when I was getting into XCOM, like the first XCOMs and Jagged Alliance and all that stuff.
OG XCOM.
Yeah, and so I really like this game. It's got its flaws for sure, and there's lots of stuff in the game that really annoys me. Like there's some stupid parts of the game. Like the game is very cheap sometimes. Just even the way, when you're sneaking, it reminds me a lot of Last of Us, where the enemy can see Ellie clearly, but she just runs right by him and nothing happens. The same thing happens in Mutant Year Zero, where because you have 3 members on your team, you're controlling one of them. So if you hide with the one member, even though an enemy walks right by another one of your teammates who's not hidden, nothing happens. So it's very cheap like that.
I don't know if that's cheap. I feel like that's a user experience thing.
It's
because
cheap in the sense that it's not like a pure stealth game is what I'm trying to say. Right?
And fair, but also imagine how annoying Last of Us would have been if every time you broke cover because of AI.
Oh, it would have been for Last of Us. It was because that's a pure it is a stealth game, but we're kind of in the early days of having the AI companion come along on these types of games. So you put up with those things because you like the rest of the game. Mutant Year Zero, it does a lot of cool things that I haven't seen for a long time in the strategy genre. Like there used to be a strategy series called Hidden and Dangerous, in which it was real-time strategy. You have a 4-man team, and you would third person command them. You could position your guys, and then when you wanted to, you would strike. It was a World War II game. And so it kind of reminds me a lot like that in terms of the way you're moving your guys. But in this one, it's turn-based strategy, obviously, when the combat starts. I really enjoy it. The atmosphere is fantastic. Minimal loading screens. The writing's really funny. I love the characters. Like the duck especially is great. And it's just a lot of fun. I really recommend it. It's in, if you play on PC, it's in the Humble Monthly this month, so it's $12, and you get 3 more early unlocks as well. I can't remember which ones they are, but it's really good game.
Cool. And I know Moose and Corey have had their time with that as well.
It's fun. Dive in.
Yeah, it's fun. It's on Game Pass if you have Game Pass too. So,
or if you want trophies, you can. I think it's it's only at $39.99. game, so it's at a good price point. You know,
Yeah,
you want your trophies, but it's good. It's a good time.
yeah. It's I really like what I played of it. I want to get back to it, but they've said that they're gonna. They said they're announcing a Switch port soon, so I kind of stopped on Xbox so I could play more on Switch. But who knows when that's actually coming? It'll probably be like a year and a half from now. So, just like every other Switch port,
and twice the price as the other versions.
I know. The physical edition will be like $60.
Yeah, Switch tax, son.
Yeah. Speaking of Switch tax, did you see that the Resident Evil games, if you want all 3 of them, is like $90?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Why? Aren't they just the 360 games?
Why? Because
they're
Nintendo.
they're
That's
the
why.
whatever they ported to PS4 and Xbox One like 2 years ago. And by the way, when Resident Evil 2 came out, 1, 0, and 4 were all like $7 or $8. So that's ridiculous.
No, I agree with you. It's
and they're not even physical; they're all digital.
The problem is people pay that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why they're charging that much, is because there are lots of Switch owners who have never played these games or are new to Nintendo, and they're buying these games. That's why these companies are charging so much. Don't get me wrong; I think it's gross. I don't support it at all. But in terms of a business, I almost can't blame them for charging that price, because they know people are going to buy it.
It's like,
and they're not even putting all the games on a physical cart either, right?
no. Well, the HD Origins collection, which is 1 and 0, they're putting that as a physical edition, but 0 is on the cart and 1 is a digital download. And it's like, 0's the one nobody wants. Why are you putting that on the cartridge?
Yep.
If you're gonna do a physical, at least put the game people want on the cartridge. So,
Speaking of Resident Evil, you know how Phillips brought to Moose's and my attention a while back about the X Gon' Give It To You mod?
mm-hmm.
Did you see the new one?
They put Thomas the Tank Engine as Mr. X.
You know what? If you're someone who, like myself or Moose, who suffers from anxiety when you're playing those kinds of games, I think that having Thomas the Tank Engine come after you, I don't know if it would be worse or better.
It'd probably be worse
I think it would be worse because that shit will haunt your
that
dreams,
dumb
right?
smile he has. It's just like,
No, the face would cause you to hesitate.
That would haunt your dreams. So I think DMX would probably be easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Just wait until you get Macho Man saying "Snap into a Slim Jim."
Yeah.
But imagine this instead of the X Gon' Give It To You thing. Imagine if they had the Who's Tommy Can You Hear Me playing as Thomas the Tank Engine is coming after you, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's more nightmarish.
This is why I buy games on PC.
Like I need this. This has to be the year. I have to get a PC this year because I am done missing out on this bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that mods are awesome.
You know, Matt, Leon Navarro has to have like a cast-off PC that at least has a 1080 in it.
Maybe
He's in the chat. It's a Todd Oxtra.
The rarely seen Todd Oxtra.
Also, Deshaun is in the chat. Said he's having a good day, can't complain. He's getting ready for work, and he had a great weekend.
And he also agrees that Ape Out is dope.
Yep.
Well, Keel, how about, why don't you come on up here? We'll build your PC. You have a nice little vacation, then you take it home with you.
There you go.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
You drink some Canadian beers.
He's brought me Canadian beer. Their beer's good.
Just saying, man. It's right across the border.
That Muskoka brewery that he brought me was.
Those are good.
Yeah.
The Muskoka is very good.
Yeah, it was really
Labatt's Ice or nothing.
Nope. Nope.
Get out!
You leave hockey's Bud Light out of this.
Like Labatt Ice for us, that's like our version of the Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. So
what's up, nerds? It's Corey, and I'm pleased to announce we're giving away 2 codes for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice for PlayStation 4. One for our YouTube subscribers and one for our audio listeners. The rules are simple. For YouTube, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel, screenshot your subscription, and send it to ngrradiopodcast@gmail.com along with your name, PSN ID, and why you're a fan. For our audio listeners, we'd like you to go to whatever podcast service you listen to us on, preferably iTunes, but anything works. Rate us, comment on your rating and why you're a fan, then screenshot your review and rating, and email us at ngrradiopodcast@gmail.com. This contest is for new and existing fans, so get your entries in now. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is out March 22nd, so the winner will be announced on March 18th's live episode. Join us on youtube.com/ngrradio at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time if you want to find out who won or check the following week's podcast. Thank you so much for your support. Now on with the show.